Bring your talents and creativity to the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com to get started.
Lilly Broadcasting stands with the people of Iran.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, tensions are rising on Capitol Hill after a deadly federal agent-involved shooting in Minneapolis. We'll have the latest live from Washington, D.C. Plus, rising energy costs, wildlife management, and rural health care. State Representative Dave Preston is laying out his plans for 2026. And struggling students and stressed-out staff, Michigan colleges are tackling mental health head-on. We'll have the details from their meeting today. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. It would appear that the worst of it is behind us. At least that's what I'm hoping you're going to tell us.
Are you talking about the snow or the cold, Kevin?
I'm talking about the cold, Kelly. I can live with some snow, but below freezing, negative 25 wind chill, not for me.
Yeah, we are past the worst of that, definitely. I can't speak for the rest of February, but that was a very cold surge that we experienced, and we're going to see the climb in temperatures this week. But if we look at our One Marquette Place Skycam, people are taking advantage of the cold, and they're ice skating and doing all those fun winter activities. That's a great people watching cam that we have there. Maybe a stray snowflake or two for this evening. Wind chill values, yes, below zero, but a slight improvement from some of those conditions from last week. We'll talk more about the week ahead and the warm-up that we have coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good to me, Kelly. Thank you very much. Senate Democrats are now threatening to block funding for the Homeland Security Department after federal agents shot and killed a Minneapolis resident over the weekend. Blocking funding could potentially trigger another government shutdown. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joins us live. Rachel, good evening. What's the latest?
Well, good evening, Kevin. So just to give you a quick recap, the House passed their final appropriations bills last week, sending them over to the Senate. And the Senate is scheduled this week to pick them up and try to finalize them before the January 31st deadline. But with this latest shooting, it is now potentially complicated funding for DHS.
This weekend shooting in Minneapolis has rocked the nation.
It's a totally avoidable tragedy, and we have more loss of human life that didn't have to happen. And we have got to see a full investigation. The temperature in Minnesota has got to get turned down.
Tensions between ICE and Minneapolis residents were already heightened following a shooting earlier this month. House Democrats sought to rein in on funding and guardrails for ICE, but the House ultimately passed the measure with a few Democrats joining Republicans. But this latest shooting could complicate the bill's path in the Senate. Right now, funding for DHS is lumped in with other appropriation bills. On Sunday, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called for the funding package to be broken up, which would allow the Senate to pass the non-DHS portions while Democrats try to rework the DHS bill. Schumer adds his conference will not provide the votes to proceed to the appropriations bill if the DHS funding bill is included. Michigan Democratic Senator Gary Peters stated he will not vote for the DHS funding bill because it lacks necessary reforms to immigration enforcement. He adds, DHS's current immigration enforcement operations are not protecting our homeland security or making American communities safer. They are causing chaos and fear. They are violating Americans' constitutional rights. We need stronger guardrails and accountability. Pennsylvania Republican Senator Dave McCormick shared on social media in part, I support the Border Patrol, ICE, and the critical work they do to endorse our laws. Irresponsible rhetoric and a lack of cooperation from Minnesota's politicians are fueling a dangerous situation. I also agree with the NRA and others. We need a full investigation into the tragedy in Minneapolis. We need all the facts.
It's unclear if Senate Majority Leader John Thune will break apart that appropriations bill and have that separate vote for DHS. But Kevin, one thing is for sure. Members do not want another government shutdown. Back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much as always. State Representative Dave Preston is outlining his legislative priorities for 2026 with a strong focus on energy costs, wildlife management, and rural health care. Preston says rising energy prices threaten mining and other industries that the region depends on for jobs. He says reliable and affordable power is essential to keep the UP economically viable alongside rural health care and emergency services. He says some UP residents must travel out of state for trauma care, putting lives at risk.
We have a lot of work to be done regarding healthcare in the UP, a lot of work to be done regarding EMS, fire. I mean, it's all of these things are incredibly important components, and they're all components that I've served in my private life.
Preston says his ultimate goal is to rebuild the UP's economy and stop population decline. This afternoon, Michigan educational organizations gathered virtually for a panel on mental health among college students. According to the Hope Center for Student Basic Needs, 53% of Michigan community college students experience symptoms of anxiety, depression, non-suicidal self-injury, or suicidality. The president of Bay College says one way to help students succeed is to provide a holistic student experience and to ensure the faculty teaching them also have access to mental health resources.
If you are mentally not prepared, physically not prepared, or if you're experiencing food insecurities, it's not going to resolve anything to get them across the finish line if we don't address what's preventing them from moving forward.
Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons will have more highlights from that panel tonight at 11:10 Central. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break, plus a historic landmark in Escanaba is coming down after a devastating fire left it in ruins. We'll have the latest. And later, Jim Koski's here for Life in the 906. He's reflecting on these extremely cold temperatures we've been seeing. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes.
Save big money on everything you need when you shop at Menards. We offer a great selection of closet systems that are perfect for any space, for home offices, laundry rooms, and more. Get this adjustable closet system on sale for $178.99. Elevate your home with Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. It's durable, pet-friendly, and waterproof. The Heritage Series has a timeless look and an attached pad for easy installation. Pick it up for just $319 a square foot.
Save big money at Menards.
CBS Sunday.
The Grammys, baby!
Music is love. Pay the toll.
Live, unfiltered, unexpected.
Woo!
Bigger than ever.
I was a ghost.
Bigger stars, bigger performances. Music's biggest night is getting bigger. The Grammy Awards, live.
Anything is possible.
CBS Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and streaming on Paramount+.
Hard Rock is a name built to last. Michigan knows something about that. The Hard Rock Bet Casino app, that's built on trust too. So what you see when you sign up is actually what you get.
Don't believe it? Try the app yourself. If you're not up after 24 hours playing slots, then you get up to $1,000 back to play again.
Plus, you get 200 bonus spins to play Huff and More Puff. Wins paid in cash. No catch.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here, Michigan. Roll with us.
Download the Hard Rock Bet Casino app today.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk's and Marquette, we have 2 stores to shop. Our clearance center is more than a clearance center. It's a complete new store with everyday low prices on Ashley furniture. More living room groups, more reclining sofas, reclining love seats, and recliners. There's a large selection of bedroom and dining room furniture and low prices on mattresses every day. This Ashley Zero wall recliner is just $2.99 at Shunk's. This Ashley 6-piece dining room set's only $9.89 at Shunk's. And take 12 months to pay with no interest. Shop Shunk's and Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for this new week ahead. I want to show you really quick our One Marquette Place camera. People are out and about tonight taking advantage of the cold weather and of course the frozen waters here to do some ice skating, and I'll keep checking up on the spills that may be happening, but people are loving it and they're enjoying it. 5 degrees for that high temperature. The average is 21, but we will start turning the tables, shifting gears, climbing those temperatures back up to where we should be, into the lower 20s. That's what we have to look forward to for the week ahead. These are your final days of January right here before we enter a new month on Sunday. So the road to February does point a slow climb up to that normal high of 21, and that's good news because we've been dealing with those very, very cold temperatures. Finally seeing some slightly above average temperatures, pointing to the temperature outlook over the next 6 to 10 days. We know over the weekend lots of the United States were experiencing that major winter storm. It wasn't so much the snow for us, but because of the major cold surge that kind of created that storm, we felt the brunt of that cold, and that was the most impactful weather for that huge weather system. But as for tonight, a wider view here, there may be a stray snowflake or two that enters through the western portions of the Upper Peninsula, but other than that, things should be pretty quiet for tonight. It's still going to be cold, maybe a light snow flurry or two, but it's really just going to slowly recover those temperatures over the weekend. That's what a lot of us are hoping for as we go through the depths of winter. But on your futurecast here to start off tomorrow morning, especially up towards the Houghton and Eagle Harbor area, that's where you're going to see most of that snow accumulate. But if anything, light accumulation, just a few inches, and then you tack on a leftover snow flurry or two for Wednesday morning, and then some lake effect snow bands continuing through for the evening. So there's going to be a few inches here and there, maybe up to 3 or 4 inches over the next 48 hours or so. This is your watches and warnings page, and we have nothing going on, so that's a nice relief, a nice break. No cold weather advisories, extreme cold watches, but it's still going to be cold. The feels like temperatures tomorrow morning, especially out to the western half, will be into that 15 to 20 below zero, and then for Munising out to Sault Ste. Marie, we'll keep it closer to zero, but not much improvements going on during the day for your Tuesday, so you still need to bundle up and dress in layers, cover that exposed skin, and again, the temperatures will slowly be climbing back up, but at least for the time being, a lot of us will be in that -11 to -19 of the frostbite risk, which will be that moderate. So again, it's an improvement because we were in that extreme range for close to 50 below for the feels like temperatures. So that was something that is in the past, and we're looking forward now. The last few days of January, we'll have a few light snow flurries, temperatures into the teens. That's really a copy and paste over the next few days. We'll have a few more scattered snow showers just ahead of the weekend. And then finally, once we welcome February, we'll get some sunshine back and some much more comfortable and seasonal temperatures into the 20s.
Kelly, thank you again. Right now, a piece of Escanaba history is in the process of being torn down. On December 5th, a fire caused extensive damage to the House of Ludington, leaving its tenants without homes and its staff without work. The fire started in a storage room on the 3rd floor, and it took firefighters several hours to extinguish the blaze. Today and yesterday, construction crews have been on the scene tearing down what remains of the historic building, marking a significant change to the landscape of downtown Escanaba. Robbins Flooring has completed its most recent project in Marquette County. Aspen Ridge Middle School now has a new basketball court floor built by the NBA contracted company. The 9,000 square foot floor is made of UP pine and sugar maple, located in the school's auxiliary gymnasium. Today, Robbins staff came to view their finished product after typically only seeing it head out the door to be shipped internationally. Robbins' plant manager says the local tour is a great way to appreciate their hard work.
I've had several employees that actually went to school at Aspen Ridge Middle School, and for them to be able to see this new gymnasium with flooring that they had a hand in building was like a sense of pride for them.
Robbins has also donated 6 custom basketballs for the school's varsity teams. Coming up next on Insights, we're getting our monthly update from the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority. That conversation's in 2 minutes.
I'm managing a business and we have a lot of kids. First National's online banking makes it easier to keep everything together. We can do mobile check deposits and our recurring bills are just automatically withdrawn. Our son is getting ready to head to school, and with our accounts linked, we can easily transfer him funds and we can monitor his spending. The time that we spend together is most important to me. First National mobile app makes that happen. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at fnbimk.com.
I'm Tony Nicopol. Team coverage of the extreme winter storm continues tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Kelly's all new. I'll be there. Yes, you will. Amanda Seyfried, everybody! You can sing live, and you sing well, and we're both here.
Boy, it would be beautiful, such a beautiful disaster.
Plus, from heated rivalry, Francois Arnault.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
It's the final days of big savings at the New Year's sale at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 50% off list. Get this Ashley two-piece combo, Redmond sofa, plus your choice of rocker recliner, chair, or love seat for only $5.99. Get your choice of these best-selling Lazy Boy recliners for just $5.55. Get a Sealy mattress for just $2.99. Pay no interest for 36 months with approved credit. Final days at the New Year's sale, only at Slumberland Furniture.
There's no looking back.
Don't look back.
I wasn't really looking back, just remembering back.
Remember back.
What do you say we start from here?
With a Rifleman. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on WZMQ Me TV. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our monthly Insights Chat with the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority. Joining us live in the studio is, of course, Trail Administrator Bob Hendrickson. Bob, always good to see you.
Good evening, Kevin.
All right. What's the latest? What have you been working on?
So really kind of planning out 2026 right now. So we have a couple of big projects still in the hopper. The Lankan Land Extension, which is being modified and changed, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then also we're working on a trail project with the NTN in Marquette Township, which is the Koski Forest Track. And that's going to be a 176 acres with 3 stacked loops in it. And we probably won't get that built this year, but we're getting into the planning stage for that.
All right, excellent. Any other projects we're working on right now, especially?
Not really. I mean, now it's kind of getting down to the, the computer and typing and writing emails and talking to people and stuff. And we're in the process of revamping our recreation plan. So the way the Heritage Trail works, so the Recreation Authority, we're similar to like a water authority or a solid waste management authority. So we're a semi-quasi government entity. We're run by a board of directors, and each of the representatives that are in the municipalities that the trail goes through and they're paying the millage has a representation on that. And that's the key point, is that each municipality then pays millage into that. And currently that's a 0.197. So like for every $1,000 of assessed tax value, 19 cents of that would go to the Heritage Trail for maintenance and for building it.
Gotcha. And I know that's kind of recent to have all these communities coming together for this. How's that been going?
Yeah, so now we've come 1 full year with a full board of 10. We'll have representation from Marquette County to give us an odd number on that this upcoming year. And a lot of it, I think, so it's kind of changed things out a little bit. You kind of like trying to figure out how to improve the whole section from Republic all the way out to Lankan Land. So that 4.3 miles from Cabogam Road to Lankan Land is one of the crux that we got to figure out this year. And that's something that the board kind of internally discussed. We have a monthly meeting. Our meeting will be Wednesday, January 28th. We meet at 4:30 at the Ishpeming Senior Center, and people are welcome to attend. And really what we do is kind of just discuss the projects and the proper way of going through the decision making.
Good stuff. All right.
Yeah.
What other updates do you have for us today?
Nothing. Just really letting people know that we're going to be seeking public input on the process of the recreation plan. That's to be published in 2028. So a lot of it revolves around stewardship and conservation of the trail, improving collaborations with other trail work networks, raising awareness, and improving recreational accessibilities too. So all those pieces of the component kind of fall together into driving what the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority is about.
And with these projects, what kind of impact do you think it has on tourism in the area?
Well, that's the other side of it too, is that we build it for the locals to have a connectivity, but also it draws in economic building. So the trail itself is a huge economic draw. It ties together all the other trail systems, the Ramba Trail system, the NTN system. So Marquette County is really well positioned in the fact that it draws people's attention for these trails. And it allows people to experience not only the physical part of the aspect of the trail, but also the interpretive part of it. So that's the other side of the Heritage Trail is, talking about the iron ore heritage history, geology, people that are involved in the ecology of it all, the geology. So it's been something that we've been really looking, to expand on and looking to keep it going in the county.
Excellent. And speaking of the trails, how are they looking right now with all those cold temperatures we've been
getting? Well, the trail systems are actually in really excellent shape. So it's majority snowmobile on the Heritage Trail, except for the section between the Ishpeming and Nagani. Ramban's been taking care of that. And from what I understand, all the other trail systems are in really good shape right now. So get out and enjoy the winter once it kind of warms up a little bit, or dress a little extra and get out there anyways,
Excellent. All right, Bob, that's all the time we have, my friend. Always good to see you. Thanks for coming
Kevin.
in.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And tomorrow we're talking with the Great Lakes Recovery Centers about the upcoming Beat the Winter Blues community event this Saturday. That conversation's only on 19 News Insights. Jim Koski is next with their Life in the 906. And Iron River native Nick Bumgarner is heading back to the Winter Olympics. We'll see how the community is sending him off. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
We examine EKGs and use advanced imaging to uncover minute details. But what we see is you. We see how your heart beats with love and powers laughter. Even as we practice the latest medical science and perform advanced procedures, what we see is how we can help you live a healthy and active life. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Heart Care. What we see is you.
Hey, partner, please don't call me that. Good job, partner.
CIA, new series CBS Monday, February 23rd.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes, we're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. Jim Koski, good evening, sir. We're going to blame that on you, I think, for no reason. The good news is it looks like you made it through those extremely cold temperatures last week.
Yeah, Kevin, certainly did. Now, I don't know what a weekend is like for most people, although I've heard it may involve a combination of relaxing, binging on Netflix, and cleaning your kitchen. But you know what the great thing is about the UP? We're not like most people. Nope, here in the UP, we try to suck the marrow out of each and every weekend. And that was evident this past weekend, a weekend so cold that we came closer to hitting absolute zero than at any time since the planet was formed. And despite that, over 1,000 cross-country skiers decided the heck with it and took part in the Nickamanon, in some cases spending 6 hours of their weekend trudging through the snow and the cold just to reach the finish line. That's how we spend weekends in the UP. It's not just this past weekend. Last weekend, we braved the cold for ski jumps, and in the next few weekends, we'll head outside for more ski jumps, sled dog races, and to watch people push outhouses up and down the street in a town that was formerly just known for its toast. Do we let a little cold weather stop us? Heck no. It's the weekend, and if we have to dress up in 2 pair of socks, long johns, pants, 2 shirts, a hoodie, a jacket, a hat, a scarf, and 2 pair of gloves just to get out and enjoy it, that's what we're gonna do. And by the way, that's what I wore to sit inside a heated trailer and announce names at the No K. Compared to the people who are actually skiing, I am just a grade A wimp. Now, after this past weekend, I can understand the allure of what some people might consider a normal weekend, but where's the fun in that? We live in a magical place, and it seems like each and every weekend there's something new or something unique to discover. But then, maybe that's the key to a normal UP weekend. There's absolutely nothing normal about it. And I have a feeling that for most of us, we wouldn't want it any other way. Maybe, though, without the frostbite. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
Jim, thank you very much. I know that you do a lot of walking. What was it like walking in those temperatures last week?
It was so insane. I would get about a block going from home to work or from work to someplace else, and all of a sudden, your eyelids start to freeze shut and your mouth basically stops working, and all of a sudden you feel your body temperature lowering about 45 degrees, your legs won't move, and you think to yourself, we live here, why? But then you get a few more blocks after your joints warm up a little bit and you go, yeah, I understand why we live here.
Absolutely perfect. Jim, thank you very much as always. And don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. Iron River native Nick Baumgartner is going back to the Winter Olympics. The 44-year-old Olympic gold medalist in snowboarding is heading back to compete in his 5th Winter Olympic Games next month in Italy. Before traveling to Europe, it was important to him for Nick to thank his fans. Saturday night, Ski Brule hosted an evening with Nick where his hometown fans could give him a proper send-off. Baumgartner has always credited his success in large part to the love and support of his UP friends and family and the life lessons he learned growing up in Iron County.
But when you come from a small area and the people rally behind you, it's like something you've never seen. And without these people and without this community, I don't get to where I am.
Nick says age isn't really a factor as long as he continues to train hard and be the most prepared athlete in the race. Opening ceremonies are February 6th. Now don't go away. When we come back, Kelly Rowland has our final look at weather. Stay tuned.
January is custom month at Richardson Jewelers downtown Marquette. Whether we're starting from scratch or recreating a new piece from some old or sentimental jewelry, we'll help you create your own one-of-a-kind perfect design. In January, we'll waive our $395 design fee. You imagine it, we'll create it. Custom month at Richardson Jewelers downtown Marquette.
Richardson Jewelers.
As the world evolves, so do careers. And the #1 question college students ask is, what's out there for me? NMU has programs for all 20 of the country's fastest growing career fields, including nursing, mechanical engineering, cybersecurity, climate control technology, and data science. Head north into a bright future at NMU.
Save big money on everything you need at Menards. Add comfort to your home with new Shaw Floors carpet. It's durable and resistant to stains and wear. Pick up the Keystone Series on sale for $109 a square foot. Check out our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Faux wood blinds add a classic design and offer room darkening light control. Right now, starting at $18.99 each after rebate. Plus, get them trimmed to width free in store.
Save big money at Menards.
At Big Valley Ford in Ewan, we're more than just a dealership. We're your hometown partner in finding the perfect ride. With a huge selection of high-quality vehicles, there's something here for every lifestyle and every budget. Looking for value? We've got one of the largest selections of pre-owned Ford trucks in the UP, all in excellent condition and low miles, along with a huge selection of new Broncos and trucks all ready to roll. Experience the Big Valley difference at Big Valley Ford in Ewan.
Welcome back. Final check of your forecast. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. We are looking at that slight improvement of temperatures throughout this week. Highs into the teens and single digits with a few leftover flurries hanging around here. But those feels like temperatures when you head out the door are going to be anywhere from about 10 to 25 below. So it's going to range depending on where you are. If you're out to the western half, it's going to be a little bit colder to start your day. But as long as you're dressed accordingly, we should get through that just fine as we look towards the weekend. Much more seasonal temperatures.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, winter conditions have led to ice thick enough to skate on. Currently at the Lower Harbor Ore Dock, about 6 inches of ice has formed, welcoming great conditions to bring out the ice skates or just carefully walk. As always, caution is advised on the ice. Be sure to be on the lookout for any deep cracks or bumps if you're skating. Parking can be found along the north side of Marquette One Place with shore access at the end of the parking lot. Shout out to our own Andrew Hands for gathering those beautiful shots this morning. That's all we have for right now, everyone. We'll catch you back here later tonight.
Lilly Broadcasting stands with the people of Iran.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopel. The breaking news right now.